Hi guys, welcome back to another episode here over in Alaoria. So I'm a little bit different. That is because I went and got netherite finally. Um, Although I did end up breaking my shovel, which I'm very sad about because I only used my extra netherite for my pickaxes. So I'm gonna need more anyway for all my tools. But yeah, we got netherite, so that was fun. This also looks a bit different. I decided to tear it down because this, like I said, was temporary at the beginning anyway. So yeah, tore it down and it's pretty much empty inside. There's nothing upstairs or anything. This is basically just my storage building, which will be moving eventually. So yes, all this has changed. We've still got big, small dog, and we also have Trojan corpse, a zombie horse, which how have you even gotten here, dude? How? Okay then. I also have a temporary setup of clerics because I kept running out of redstone and I didn't want to keep gold mining. So now we have clerics for all my redstone, which will need moving again as well. I just keep creating temporary solutions. And speaking of temporary solutions, I have had many breakdowns over this. This is a mangrove tree farm that I have just finished building. I did try and create my own, but after the third time of blowing up my own redstone and having a mini breakdown, I decided to just follow a tutorial, which I will link in the description. It is very handy. It works very well. I haven't run it long. As you can see, we have 23 mangrove wood. I just did a quick tester to make sure that it actually worked and that nothing blew up. And it works, which is fantastic. I also have something else to show you. I'm going to sleep first though. Right, so my something else to show you. So obviously with the corruption, we lost quite a bit in the world. All the flower farms are gone. So that needs redoing at some point, but I can't bother doing it right now. What did need doing though, because obviously we're working on this here at the moment, is the frog light farm. So my froglet farm did used to exist in a bastion, but I have since moved it because we lost it in the corruption. So I've moved it now and it is now over here, just on the nether roof, and it's working very, very well. So as you can see, so over here we have all three types, and then we also have magma cream because it's a byproduct, which is quite nice. It's handy to have. But yeah, this just runs whenever I'm in the nether, which is nice. It took 3 days to get this sorted because obviously I lost all my frogs in the corruption. So then I had to go out to the mangrove forest, find frogs, breed a bunch up there, and then breed more up to then transport the tadpoles over to the other biome types. So there is 10 of each type of frog in there, so 30 total. You can have more, but I usually do the amount of frogs per floors, so we've got 3, so 10 per floor. Seems to work out pretty well for me. But yeah, so we've rebuilt this as well. So we are slowly getting back to where we was pre-corruption, which is nice. And I also now do weekly backups every Friday. The world creates a backup of itself, which is nice. It means that we're not going. It means we're not going to lose everything again, hopefully. But what I do want to talk to you guys about today is some world lore. We are going to have a bit of a talk about what is to come with Alaoria, because obviously at the moment we're currently working on Thistlemere, which is over in that direction. But I want to talk about what is to come after Thistlemere. What are we doing with this island? What are we doing with everything else? So, I'm going to show you guys the world map, which you can see here. So this island is currently our spawn island, but spawn will be moving. I won't show spawn because that I want to keep under wraps until it's fully done, because I'm creating it from scratch. And it's just a nice little lore drop, I think. I think it'll be quite nice. So yeah, we're keeping that one under wraps. Won't even show you the location of spawn. It's moving nearby. It's not moving too far, but it will be moving. So this is Alaoria, which will be our sniffer sanctuary. This little box here is actually currently a pen filled with 50 sniffers. So this will become a sanctuary at some point. I am now questioning whether I do want to keep this as the sanctuary, because if we go over here, this is Thistlemere, what will become Thistlemere once it's built, and it comes up to about here on the island, which means I only have this to build the Aralis, and I don't know if that's going to be enough room or not, so it may be moving to here. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it turns out once Thistlemere is actually fully built and fleshed out, because then I'll know how much room we'll have to work with. So we've got Alaoria and we've got Thistlemere, potentially the Aurelis. Then we've got Templo de la Merrier, which currently is just a circle in the ocean. But this will become a temple that will house a guardian farm and also have Nautilus there as a kind of guardian of what they worship, the Nautilus. Lore, you know? Work with me. Imagination, guys. So, yeah, and then over here we have Torvoon, which has remained untouched because my brain got sidetracked by Thistlemere and has been fully locked on to that for now. So Torvoon is on the back burner for now. It's dug out, its gradient is built. That's about as far as we've got. So yeah, we've got Torvoon. But there are other places in the world that have been planned out, have got the locations, and have even got some builds planned out in my creative world that I'd like to bring you guys in on. So the world is split up into regions, and these regions all have a export that they focus on. So obviously with Thistlemere, it's our farming village, so it has all our crops and livestock over there, so that's where that'll be. So basically my storage is split up over the world instead of all in one place, and all the storage has a story to it. So then we've got Torvoon, which will be for metals. So copper, iron, gold will be stored there, even though obviously gold farm, but it's going to be built near where Torvoon, the portal of Torvoon is. So gold will also be stored over there, and we'll also have copper aging rooms in Torvoon. So whenever I need copper for builds, I can just go over there and go in my aging rooms, get what I need, fill it back up. Because copper takes, 3 moon cycles and virginal sacrifice to age in this game. So having aging rooms is really helpful when it comes to builds and needing copper free builds. We have the Oralis, which is the monastery, which will house our librarians for all our book trades, and also have nitwits, which will be our actual monks, which will just wander around the Oralis. Again, just for a bit of storytelling. You know, we have the intellectuals that stay within the confines of the library, but then you have the monks that have full reign. And the Oralis is also going to be home to our happy gas, and the monks care for the happy gas. So we've got that. Then obviously Merrier is our guardian farm. That's pretty much self-explanatory. And the Nautilus will be over there as well, which I think they're just kind of a fun little thing to have in the game. We have Alaoria, which doesn't really have a trade per se, because it started out as our spawn. It's going to be moving, but this was our spawn. So at first it was just going to be one big building, and that's it. But the design choices of this have started to change, and it hasn't really got an export. This is mainly just a place where people will converge. So one of the things, so obviously it'll be the sniffer sanctuary, but also we also want some kind of storage here. And one of the regions that we are going to be building is what I've named Varela, which is our colour storage. So all our flower farms is in Varela. So we have a flower forest over this way somewhere. It might not be here anymore since the corruption. Basically it's over in this direction. So all our flower farms are built there. So colour storage. So all our coloured glass, candles, things like that will all be stored in Varela. But Varela is going to be kind of like a nature sanctuary of sorts. So the law behind that is that they don't want outsiders coming into Varela that could potentially damage the nature or anything like that. So they export everything over to Alaoria, and everything is basically traded from Alaoria. And that works well with our sniffers because they produce pitcher pods and torch flowers. So having our flowers over on Alaoria makes a bit more sense, but it's basically going to be our main gathering area. It's going to be kind of a city-esque. It's not big enough to be classed as a city, but that is the aim that we're going for with Alaoria. Next we have Astara. So if we go over, Astara is going to be, if I just gently, Astara is going to be our desert and also coming over into the Badlands a bit, but Astara is going to be our desert city. So this entire area is going to be a desert inspired city that focuses on glass, astronomy. There are wayfinders of the world, and it's also where all our maps are going to be. So whenever I start a new build, I take maps of the area before I start doing anything, and then I'll take maps of the area once I've finished. So you can see kind of like before and afters in the game with maps. These will all be stored in Astara as kind of a historical navigation of sorts. So that is what Astara will be. Finally, we have Kavara, which is going to be this jungle island here. So Kavara will be our wood, timber storage, all the wood types, the wood and tree farms. So the mangrove farm that I've just shown you, that monstrosity outside, So this bad boy that has taken me all day and a mini breakdown to construct, yeah, this is just temporary. This will be moving to Guevara once we start building. Along with our other tree type farms. So we'll have one that will do all the other tree types, and then we'll have our nether types as well. So they'll all be in Kavara. So yes, I just wanted to bring you guys over, and it's so tall, and I just wanted to bring you guys in and basically bring you up to date on all the ideas that I do actually have for this world, and what is to come. I'm constantly coming up with things. There's many more ideas. They're the main ones that we're focusing on right now, the main regions. But obviously, this Minecraft is a huge world. I mean, I've got an ice types biome that I want to build and things like that. And this island has also got plans. There's a villager tower right here, if you can see. So yeah, this has got plans as well. So yeah, a lot of ideas, but I'm trying to focus on one thing and actually get it finished rather than keep bouncing around. Which is why Thistlemere is our focus right now. And this we'll be seeing more of Thistlemere in the next episode. There'll be a lot more progress done on this in the next episode, which will be nice. But I just wanted a little something to bridge the gap in the meantime. And like I said, just bring you guys up to date on what is to be expected in this world. So, we've got some lore for Alaoria and our different regions that you finally know the names of. I have a little notebook that I write everything down in, and all my ideas and the names of all my regions. Just because, you know, lore guys, imagination. Woo. So yeah, if you like this little mini episode of bringing you guys in and showing you what I've been up to and what is going to be coming in the future, and bringing you guys in and, you know, showing you what is to come and all the ideas that I've got just randomly skimming around my head. So, if you have enjoyed this mini episode of bringing you guys into the craziness that is my brain, let me know in the comments what you are most looking forward to seeing being built. Is it the Aralis? Are you looking forward to me actually finishing Thistlemere? Or maybe Astara or Kavara? Is more your jam? I guess we'll find out once we actually get to those projects. But in the meantime, we're going to work on keep building up the things that we lost to the corruption and working on Thistlemere. So yeah, thank you very much for watching our little mini episode. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, adventurers!